Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, I've been experiencing some hesitation possibly in my acceleration. So a good way to check that is to clean your mass airflow sensor. So today I'm going to show you how to clean a mass airflow sensor and where it is on this 2000 Xterra, Nissan Xterra, when we come back. Okay, so my mass airflow sensor on the Xterra is located right here. This is it right here. So basically it has two screws. I'm going to take those two off, and it has a plug. So you got to be real careful with the mass airflow sensor because sometimes it has a temperature sensor built into it. They're very delicate. You don't want to touch them, and you want to use a special spray to clean them with. They sell a special spray. It's $10 a can. So you're going to want to do that. And I think the reason why I'm having hesitation is because I recently oiled my K&N air filter, and that might be giving a little bit of a mist or a little contamination into the mass airflow sensor. So this is some of the maintenance you're going to have to do. So I'm going to take these two screws off next. All right, I just took both my screws out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pry it up with my hands. Last time I had it off, I kind of glued it with sealant to keep it from drawing any air into it. That's what you're going to need to do also. Let's see, pop it loose. There we go. Being real careful. Let's see if we're dirty. I don't see any dirt on it. But next we're going to take this connector off, and we're going to take this to an area where we can spray it. Okay, so the mass airflow sensor has an O-ring right here. So make sure that O-ring looks good. And also right here is the sensors, okay? It's hard to see. All right, there you go. These are the sensors. Now when we spray our spray, it's called mass airflow sensor cleaner. It's special. When we spray that spray, you're gonna wanna spray it while you're holding this down, because if you're holding it up, it can get inside the electronics that are located inside here. You don't wanna do that. So we're gonna spray it and let it drain down outside of it. And we're gonna let it sit for probably about 15 minutes to make sure it's completely dry before we reinstall it. Okay folks, so we have it out of the car here, and we have our mass airflow sensor cleaner right here. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna spray it inside this hole right here until the filaments, there's these little filaments. Now you don't want to spray it upside down because you don't want it to get inside there. So always have it right here, and you're gonna spray a liberal amount, all right? Spray it in there. Spray it in there. You shouldn't take much. You don't need to dump the whole can, okay? But right now we're gonna let this sit for about 15 minutes to let all this fluid evaporate. It should evaporate fairly quickly, and that way when we install it in the car, it doesn't burn out the sensor or anything like that. All right. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes. We're gonna slide that back in there and get the O-ring seated, just like so. Push it down till it stays on its own. So see, I can kind of pull it. That means the O-ring is seated. I'm going to put these two screws back in. I won't hold the camera for that because they're real small. And then what we'll do is we'll plug it in and start it back up. All right, last step is to plug in the sensor and get that click. Sometimes these are real hard. I got to use my strong hand. There's the click. All right. So what we're going to do is start it up, and it should be good. But I won't know until I'm driving real good and I can feel if I have hesitation again. All right, so again, thanks for joining us on I Just Fix It Myself. We'll see you next time.